Sorry guys, I'm not sure what happened there. It cut me from the live. So I'll give everybody a second just to hop back on. I'll have to upload 2 videos today, I guess. That's okay. These beans are growing wild. God, that's just so beautiful. You can't even see the trellis behind it. All right. Show off a few more of these flowers. They're so pretty. I wish these had bloomed sooner. I guess I was a slowpoke at getting stuff in the ground this year. Lessons learned. Okay, well, now that someone's jumping back on, I wanted to show you guys. These beans are regular pole beans. They're just supposed to be regular green beans. But for some reason, I'm not exactly sure why, they're turning like a, I don't know if you can even see, like a purplish red color. Like, they're not even green. Like, it's got this really pretty, my phone's not even picking it up. It's got like this really pretty purplish red color to them. And I'm not sure why they're changed. The flowers were the same colors, so I'm not sure if I don't think it was a mixed seed batch. But I did notice that there was a few white flowers in the middle of here at one point when most of them are purple like that. So I guess there could have been a seed mix up with the varieties, but they don't taste any different, so that string's way down. I got a duck underneath that now. But this kale, now that it's cooling off, it's so pretty. It's just growing beautifully. And we got the cabbage, are finally starting to get big, but I've noticed that the aphids that survived the radishes have now started to move towards these, so I just need to get on top of treatment before they kill my plants this time. I was very scared about doing any type of thing that wasn't, 100% organic on my garden, but after watching these aphids ravage my radishes, I was just kind of at that point where I needed to use something, but so I opted for Dawn dish soap, which I know is not the most natural option, but compared to, Roundup or any of the other harsh chemicals that are gonna do major damage to you, then I think that was a good choice. So I think we'll actually get a harvest off of these, which I wasn't sure if we were going to because of the bugs, but this looks like a nice good plant here. Ooh, mosquitoes are actually out this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull that up. Oh wow. I'll cut that up when we get up on the deck. Look how beautiful that is. And this is a watermelon radish, so it's different than the normal radishes. You throw that in there. And, okay. So there's 4 different types of carrots in here. These ones, I'm not exactly sure what the names are, but I'll have to bring out my seed packets. Check that out. Still got a little ways to grow, but they're growing beautiful. All that nice, healthy, leafy green foliage, all that's edible too. I'll try to pull one out of each variety and see if we can show you. Find a good one. Nice, thick stem. All right, and this one. Ooh, look at that. It's beautiful. Okay. Ooh, is this a good one? They're starting to finally grow now that I thinned them out. Thank you, Chip, if you're watching. Your recommendation to thin these out definitely made a huge difference. Okay, pull one out from here. Ooh, here's a little one. This is supposed to be a little bit oranger, I think. Oh, nope, this is the white variety, I think. We got the yellow, the orange, the white, and the red. How cool is that? We'll cut these open up on the deck too so we can show you what they look like on the inside. Them ground cherries, there's a ton of fruit on them, but they're not ripening yet, so we'll see what if we actually get off of them. Sorry guys, my phone always likes to ding 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 as soon as I get on a live. Okay, walk up here. Okay, so these tomatoes obviously are not liking sitting in this water. They're starting to die off despite all this fabulous root growth. Look at that. I think that if these would have been transplanted in some soil, that these probably would have taken off. They don't like sitting in the water, I'm sure. Wow, that's just some magnificent roots growing there. We got all of our herbs growing like crazy. Oh no, this is starting to turn yellow. I'm gonna have to harvest this, I think, and make us some smudge sticks. And these tomatoes aren't looking so hot. I'm not sure why. Probably just because it's getting cold outside, but I think all of these ones I'm gonna try and bring inside and continue to grow so that we can get some fruit off of them. And I'm still in the process of getting all these seedlings transplanted. I'm going to put these ones in the ground as just an experiment to see what they do before the frost comes. And these ones are going to be put in soil too. I just haven't gotten around to them because I only got so much time in a day. But we have, these ones are all the kohlrabis. There's 2 in each. And then there's cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. The Brussels sprouts for sure will just be harvested for leaves because it's like 100 days for the growing season. So we'll just harvest leaves off that. But it's still nice fall harvest that we can hopefully bring into the winter. So that'll be neat. These are the kohlrabi I transplanted about a week and a half ago, and they're just thriving beautifully in here. So I'm excited for that. I've never grown kohlrabi before. And our potatoes are dying back, which is fabulous. It's almost time to dig these up. I am so excited. And we just hope that there's not a disaster of rotted potatoes waiting for us in that soil. We got peppers. How exciting. All these, you got little flower buds growing already. And all these will be brought inside too, under lights, so that we can keep these all growing. I noticed that there was some, I don't know if it's the same with cucumbers as it is for tomatoes, if it's blight or if it's called something else, but I started noticing that the leaves were looking like this, so I went ahead and I thinned these out and I left 2 of each variety instead of 4 like there was, and then I broke off all the leaves except for this one because it needs another set before I rip this off, but they were all looking like that, and I'm not sure if that's bugs or sun scald on a droplet or a fungus, or I'm not sure what, but we cleaned those up and they're looking really good and they're taking off, so we'll see if we get anything off of these. We'll see how much room I actually have in my house, because otherwise these might come inside too. I can only grow so much. I'm gonna have to like fill a whole entire bedroom with plants. I'm gonna have to overwinter Henry too and bring him inside. Okay, so my experiment with the whole water thing was going great until a huge storm came by, and now we have a gross, stinky vegetable soup sitting on my deck here, so I think that's going to need to be tossed. I think that this project would have worked a little bit better if we had put these in soil after they started growing roots. Because, I mean, everything's pretty waterlogged. They're growing great, but everything's pretty waterlogged, and the smell is something else. Let's just say that. These are going really good because these didn't get completely killed and trampled and overflooded by the rain. So we'll keep those going, but I think these are pretty much done for. It was a good experiment though, while it lasted. Okay, I wanted to show you. I don't know if you remember when I walked through and I showed you the black walnut tree next to my deck here. I don't think there's any bundles left, but when they started falling off, I harvested them and I made a tincture. This is just vodka and black walnut hulls. At first they're bright green, but they oxidize very quickly, so that's why it's black. And this has been about 3 weeks. In about 3 more weeks it'll be ready, and this is great for all sorts of things, but the main use is to get rid of parasites, which we all have, in case you didn't know. Our dill is finally growing. As if we'll even have any cucumbers to make pickles with, but that's okay. We can find something else to use it in. All right. Give you one last look at the garden, guys, before we end this. Oop. I want my coffee. I'm gonna forget it out here. I always forget my coffee. I want to like climb up on a ladder and show you guys like the full view. It's so seriously just beautiful. Oh, and I can't turn my phone while on a live apparently. Okay. Well, I guess that happens. You stand over here. There we go. My dream is to one day have a garden 10 times the size, where I can walk through and there's no weeds in my lanes because I got mulch laid down. And I actually know what I'm doing, so that it's a process. You go through that as you grow. Gosh, I just can't get enough of that. That just makes me so happy. I don't know what I'm going to do when it's winter. You guys are going to have to give me some topics to talk about. I'll talk to you guys next week, guys. Hakuna Matata.